Hey guys, welcome to Chit Chat with QT. The thoughts and views that I express are my own personal opinions and are for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. While you're here, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. So let's get into the video, guys. Let me recap the scene that I'm naming One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, starring Cuckoo Scott. So the scene starts off with the Scott brothers meeting up at a park. And I just told you guys a few days ago that they don't F with Cuckoo like that. Why is he never at their homes? Why couldn't they meet at Maurice's or Marcel's house? But maybe they met at his house because allegedly he lives in the woods. But anyway, Cuckoo walks up looking just as scruffy and he joins his brothers. Now, I found it so weird that while in the confessional, Marcel says Maurice is his older brother and then Mark is his older brother. That was very weird to me to say it that way because they both are his older brothers. So does Mark have a different dad or something? Because that was really weird. But they say he's very headstrong, very strong-willed, and yeah, go ahead and try to sell another Scott to us. We are not buying it. Marceau says he's a Scott amongst Scots. A Scott times 10. And look, we already have Scott 1.0, Scott 2.0. We're not interested in Scott times 10. Period. And then in the confessional, Maurice says that they're not going to poke the bear. And I said that's some straight up bullshit because this bear has been poking for years. So they want to handle him with kid gloves and not make it worse. Okay. But Cuckoo sits down and he asks about the incident between Wanda and Mel. What played out on social media. And Cuckoo says social media amps them all up and they know how he is. Yeah, they know and we know. But Maurice says, well, that's kind of why we're here. And when Cuckoo heard that, he threw his head back, slouched down on that park bench, and said, "Oh, Lord." And I said, "Oh, Lord," too. And Maurice then says, "You know you pop off at the mouth, right?" And he says, "I only pop off at the mouth at my stuff." Maurice asks if he said that he dated Van, and he says that he did. He said something about there was a video that he and Kiowa was on, and he mentioned it at that time, and for 2 years there was nothing. And then he says after the reunion, basically it's been on since then. And let me just stop right here because Marceau is the cause of all of this bullshit. It's not like Miss Van just volunteered information about this guy. Carlo asked her at the reunion if she had a relationship with Cuckoo, and she said no, that they were friends. But let's get into why Carlos asked that in the first place. The reason why Carlos asked that was because of Marceau. I hate for people to pee on my leg and try to tell me it's raining. No. Tisha wore the team wife shirt to the Galentine's event. She was being shady. Miss Van then did her own little shade and posted the picture of Tisha in the team wife shirt. She knew Tisha was being shady, and like she said out of her own mouth, it was classy shade right back. And I don't care if people want to say if it was classy or not, that was between two women, grown women. Tisha is over 40, Ms. Van is in her 50s. But no, here goes Marceau with his legs, hips, and body ass jumping in some grown women business. And then he posted the Coke bottles with Vanessa on one, and Scott on the other. Then, and I'm going to put allegedly in front of this because I can't remember which social media platform that he was on, but then Marceau got on the internet and he made a post insinuating that there was a sex tape. And he insinuated that the sex tape was of Miss Van and Cuckoo. So Marceau started all of this bullshit. But let me get back to the scene. So they show a clip of Miss Van being asked that question at the reunion. Like I said, she said no. And then here goes Martel's ass. And every time I see this clip of Martel, I just wish I could jump through my TV. Because he was being a big biatch. And he was on a smear campaign. And he wanted to smear her reputation because his has went to shit. So he knew that it was over between he and Mel. He hasn't said anything negative. Said anything negative about his mother-in-law before that. But here he go on the reunion trying to make sure that it was a relationship. Ms. Van says again it was not. And I'm sorry, for those of you that watched the episode, or if you guys that did the blackout, if you've had a chance to watch it today, take a look at Wanda's old messy ass face during that reunion. Now this is something that I really just noticed after watching it last night, but she was sucking her teeth, her eyes was glued to Miss Van, Martel, and Mel, all up in their business, listening, so she could hop her messy ass on the live and start talking about them. But back to the scene. So we go back to Cuckoo saying, well, you don't call that a friendship if you come to my house. And if so, we were very, very good friends. And I thought to myself, dude is sprung. Oh, Biz Marquis say he's just a friend ass. Man, get over it. But then Marceau jumps in with his phony ass and he tells him it's possible that you're attacking someone, that you're hurting someone that didn't do anything to you. Yeah, they didn't do anything to him, Marceau. You did. And then Cuckoo said what I just said a few days ago, that Miss Van had the opportunity to come out and say they were dating. Now, did I not say that that was this guy's problem? That she refuses to say that they were dating, and that's why he's been acting erratic and bullying them. And Marceau says, so that's the problem. Yeah, Marceau, that's the problem. And also the problem is you not admitting your role in this. Cuckoo then says he wanted Miss Van and Mel to tell the people to leave him alone. This big overgrown baby Huey looking ass man wants somebody to come out and tell the public, please leave him alone, guys. Please leave him alone. Man, please. And Maurice then goes on to say, so you want them to defend you? And Cuckoo lies and says, I haven't said anything. And Maurice said, you have said things. And he has. He said horrible things. But Cuckoo then says he has stuff to say and says friends don't buy friends airplane rides for their birthday. Yeah, maybe poor and destitute friends may not. But for friends who got a little change, who got a little money, it ain't no sweat off their back to buy you an airplane ticket. She probably brought that ticket to get your crazy ass as far as away from her as possible. I told y'all he was Mr. Coleslaw, throwing out everything to prove they were together. But Maurice did tell him, yes, modern friends does. They do stuff like that. Maurice also tells him that what he's doing on the internet is distasteful and disgusting. And it is. He's another male chauvinist pig. And the way he posted those images of Mel and Miss Van was absolutely crazy to me. But Cuckoo then pounds his hands on his lap and says, I got to defend me. Defend yourself from what, Cuckoo? They are not talking about you. Maurice then says, if you're defending yourself, that's one thing. But if you're going on the offense to be offensive, that's completely different. Cuckoo then says, if you're going to fight me, pack a lunch. This fool is fighting his damn self. And by the looks of that full body shot that they gave of him walking up in that park, not only is he fighting his damn self, he's eating all the goddamn lunches too. I'm so sick of these Scots with all of these damn analogies. But Cuckoo then asks them, does his internet presence affect them personally? And first of all, Cuckoo, we can care less how it affects them. That's your family, those your brothers, you guys can deal with that. But what we care about is how your internet presence and bullying has affected two women. But for him to not even know that his internet presence does have a negative effect on his brothers shows me how lost this man really is. But here goes Marcel with another damn analogy talking about what you have on the internet is people. Hundreds of people. And if somebody starts throwing rocks and the person stood behind Maurice and threw a rock at Marceau, and if Marceau threw that rock back while this person lifted Maurice up and shielded him and the person got hit, then they're being attacked. Man, what? What? Just tell that damn man what you said at the end of all of that nonsense. That he's attacking people that didn't do anything to him. That's it, that's all. Nobody needs all that other mess that you guys like to just throw in there. But Marceau then says if he's justified or not, what he's doing isn't fair. And then they cut to the confessional of Marceau and Maurice and another damn analogy. And Marceau says that he believes if you throw a match at him, he's burning the whole damn house down. And he then admits that they, meaning Mel and Miss Van, didn't throw the match. Maurice then says that he guesses Cuckoo thought that the match was when Miss Van denied the relationship. Marceau says Miss Van had a chance to stop it and clear things up, and she didn't. And they both then say that that wasn't a match, that's someone trying to save face. And then Marceau says relationships get denied every day. And Marceau, you got that right, because your ass been denying shit for what, going on 6 seasons? We've heard a whole lot about you, and you've been denying it. So you were spot on with that. But it goes back to Maurice telling Cuckoo that if he's not provoked, this will end and die down. And Cuckoo says, so you want your brother? And Maurice yells to chill the fuck out. And when I tell you guys Cuckoo let out this yell, he got real animated. And he showed that he's cuckoo. But he says he's going to have to chew on that. Maurice rolls his eyes and said, unbelievable. And yeah, Maurice, we've been saying it's unbelievable as well. Marceau then tells him that this hurts them and their family. And if he was doing that, he would temper that for the love he has for him. And Cuckoo laughs all in Marceau's face. Marceau tried to ignore him and he says, what we are asking is if you can temper your behavior, whether you feel justified or not. And Cuckoo starts sweating. He started gritting his teeth. And he was really struggling with that. And he said, ooh, Cuckoo. But Marceau says it's affecting your brothers' wives, your nieces and nephews. And this fool laughs again. It was so bizarre to watch. And scary, if you ask me. Clearly, this guy is a loose cannon. Maurice then ends the scene off by saying, I was betting against you being the bigger person. And Cuckoo says, with a straight face, I'm definitely not the bigger person. And for him, he's not sensitive to women, as a lot of people are. And yeah, we can definitely see that, Cuckoo. But he then says that if there is disrespect and the other person is disrespecting, that is not disrespect, that they're having a conversation. Fool, you've been talking to yourself, having a conversation with yourself for years. Then Maurice asks if he's willing to apologize to those that got hurt the most, and dude said no. Respectfully, F you. That was some of the craziest shit to witness. And again, I cannot believe that Carlos or whoever is in charge of allowing people to come on that show allowed this guy to come on. He is a loose cannon. It's been shown and proven on the internet. And let me say this real quick. The friendship that Miss Van and Cuckoo had was during the time that Marceau let him work for Scott. So evidently, at that time, he was a different person. If his brother allowed him to work with him then, and if he's no longer working with him now, that says a lot. So if he was able to conduct himself in an okay manner, I see nothing wrong at all with Miss Van having a friendship with him. And I'm assuming that once he started displaying what he's displaying now, that's when that friendship ended. But I do blame Marceau, like I said throughout this video, because he's the one that egged this on, and he should have taken an opportunity while they were in that park with their brother to own up to what he said, to own up what he started on the internet. So I'm hoping we do not have to see this guy again, guys. I'm hoping this is a one and done situation. It was hard to even make this damn video while looking at him on that screen, stopping, pausing, trying to take notes and all of that. I don't want to see this fool at all, just like Miss Van. But you guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on if you've already watched the show. And if you haven't, let me know your thoughts on this video. Did you feel like I felt, that it was cringy to even watch this guy? He was sweating, beads of sweat dropping down his head. The animation, the craziness was just too much. So drop down, guys. Let's chit chat about it. Also, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Chat with you soon. Bye.